Can't you hold on to the football? What's so damn hard about holding on to it?
I'm sorry.
All you got to do is hold on to the damn football, and you can't do it. Tell me why you can't do it. Just tell me. That's all I want to know.
I'll try better next time. Come on.
Hey,
Charlie!
don't you walk away from me. Don't you walk away from me when I'm talking to you. You hear me? Tell me why you can't hold on to the ball.
Enough.
Come on.
Mr. Bailey,
Answer a question. Answer.
first day of practice,
This is
Mr. Bailey. You better
practice.
hold on.
Seriously.
Good God.
Enough. Charlie! Okay.
Embarrassing me out here.
Hi, everybody. This is Kevin, and welcome back to the Country Music Time Machine. Right now, we have a fun episode for you as we take a look at a bunch of country stars that have had some success on the big and small screen as actors. As always, we do appreciate your support right here on the Country Music Time Machine. You can support us by subscribing to this channel and spreading the word to all your country music loving friends. Since this is the Country Music Time Machine, let's take the machine way back in history to one of the very first successful singers of country music that liked to act. This man was a Western cowboy legend. We are talking about Gene Autry.
I'm Deborah Randall, and I'm sure you must be Gene Autry.
That's right. This is Pat Buttram, one of the boys from the Rockin' R.
How do you do, Mr. Buttram?
Just fine, thank you, ma'am.
Sorry we weren't here when you pulled in. I guess my clock's slow.
Well, the stage was a little early.
Take over, Pat. Claggett. We used to ask you where he went. Who? As if you didn't know. I'll go for the doctor.
Oh, that poor man.
There's a bench over here, miss. I'll get you a glass of water.
Oh,
Acts like he's trying to say something, Gene.
Quiet, maybe I can catch it.
Brown, not blue. Brown.
What do you mean?
Brown, not blue. Doesn't make any sense.
Gene was born in 1907 in Texas. Autry was a pivotal figure in the evolution of country music, recognized as the second most influential artist after what some call the father of country music, Jimmie Rodgers. It was his acting in more than 93 films that played a crucial role in popularizing Western music across the nation. He is one of the few that are a member of the Country Music Hall of Fame, the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame, and the Hollywood Walk of Fame. He is the only person to be awarded stars in all 5 categories on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. He even has a town in Oklahoma named after him, Gene Autry, Oklahoma. It's a tiny town with a population of about 154. Autry also served his country with honor in World War II as he was a flight officer. He flew as a pilot in dangerous missions during the war over India and China. He had hit songs on the country chart for decades. Gene Autry proved that through his acting skills, he brought a new generation of fans into country music. The next famous star to balance a career in country music and an acting career was Leonard Franklin Sly. Who do you think that is? Better known to us as the one and only Roy Rogers, the king of the cowboys.
The Roy Rogers Show, starring Roy Rogers, King of the Cowboys, Trigger, his golden palomino, and Dale Evans, Queen of the West, with Pat Brady, his comical sidekick, and Roy's wonder dog, Bullet.
Roy was born in Ohio, but moved to California during the Great Depression. He loved music and helped form the Sons of the Pioneers. He appeared in 90 movies, and the folks back in the day loved his work on the small screen. The Roy Rogers TV show. Starring alongside his wife, Dale Evans, his horse Trigger and German Shepherd Bullet, Rogers holds the unique distinction of being the only country music artist inducted twice into the Country Music Hall of Fame. He has the honor of having 4 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Roy Rogers was most definitely an early pioneer of not only Hollywood, but also country and Western music. Our next country star that had success in acting is Kris Kristofferson.
I don't want to do this to you anymore.
Well, then fight for me. Because if you keep walking, I'll hate you.
With one more look at you,
And I'll hate you forever.
I love you, Esther.
While Kris is really known more for his songwriting abilities than his number of country hits that he sang, Willie Nelson calls him the greatest songwriter of all time. He is one of the few that has been awarded for his acting and musical abilities. Like Gene Autry, Kris served his country, Kris as an Army Ranger and helicopter pilot. But the song he'll be remembered for most of all is one that Johnny Cash made famous, Sunday Morning Coming Down.
That was where I wrote Sunday Morning Coming Down, up in this place up here. And if you can imagine this place on a Sunday, when all the music stuff is not going on, and the bars aren't even open till 1, it's more of a family day than it is a singles day. So Sunday Morning Coming Down, if you can look around, you can see how easy it would be to write it. You hear that bird?
Another country icon that had some success on the small and big screen was Kenny Rogers.
He's already the country's leading recording artist.
That's real good, but it's still fat.
And a national treasure.
Oh, you always had an interesting way of saying hello.
Now, 20th Century Fox proudly presents Kenny Rogers in his first major motion picture, Six Pack. Let your mind. Kenny Rogers in Six Pack. They're gonna steal your heart. Love will turn you around.
Kenny Rogers starred in a few films, provided the soundtrack for many films, and starred in many made-for-TV movies. He is one of the biggest selling crossover country to pop stars in history, and he has won just about every type of country music award ever given. As we take a look at country stars working on their second job as actors, let's mention this fellow that opened this video, Tim McGraw. Tim McGraw has been doing a lot of acting over the years, from movies to TV. He has been in a lot of stuff. My favorite role of Tim's lately was his work on the Yellowstone prequel, 1883.
You James Dutton? Yes, sir.
Mind if we speak? Whatever you're selling, I ain't buying.
Daddy!
My family's meeting me here tonight, and we're heading north. And we'll keep heading north till I find country's worth the journey.
And speaking of Yellowstone, even Lainey Wilson is practicing her acting skills. But when we talk about country stars that love to act, we must mention our 2 country queens, Dolly Parton and Reba McEntire. Dolly Parton is a great actor. She has been nominated for 2 Academy Awards and 1 Tony.
This is Jake Ferris. She's about to bet everything, and we mean everything, that she can turn the next guy she meets into a singing sensation.
All right. The next normal person that comes by, I'll take him. The next one.
Okay.
I mean, the next guy that passes in front of my face.
Whoa! How you doing? Nice night. Need a lift?
Yes, Queen Dolly is amazing in so many ways, but our other country queen, Reba McEntire, is on the big screen and on the small screen all the time. Her first big role was in that crazy movie, the cult favorite, Tremors.
From Gail Ann Hurd, producer of The Terminator, Aliens, and The Abyss, comes Tremors, the story of an isolated desert community under attack by huge underground monsters. And making her feature film debut is country music superstar Reba McEntire.
This is my first time in the actual movie business, and it's been quite an experience. I've really enjoyed it. The very first day I was here, we did the master shot of a scene in town when we first find the monster. And I was down there and I was looking at the monster, and I had two lines. I said, "Phew, it stinks too." Stinks too. But at the end of my scene, he said, "That's a take." And I went, "Yeah, I did it. And I was just screaming my head off, and I was saying, "That was my first take. I'm in the movies now." And everybody was just kind of looking at me like, she's lost her mind. But they were kind of tickled for me because they knew I was excited.
Reba co-stars with Kevin Bacon, Fred Ward, and Michael Gross as her survivalist husband, Bert.
Eminent domain.
Down, honey, down. Bert is really a serious, uptight guy. Now, he really wants to take charge here and get to business. And Heather is really the one that's in charge. Don't tell Bert that, but Heather is really the one that's in charge, and she's got a level head and everything.
Bert, cut it out!
I think I scared him.
The town finds itself pitted against an unexplainable subterranean nightmare.
The way I've got them in my mind is that they're 40-foot monsters. They're like snakes or caterpillars. You never know where they're going to be because they're just like little moles traveling on the ground. I don't think there's any way you can get ready and prepare yourself to be almost attacked or eaten by a large worm that is probably prehistoric. There's no way you can prepare for that.
Yes, the history of country music is filled with stars that have crossed the line into acting. Who are some of your favorites? As always, pop those comments down below and let's talk about it. Until next time, this is Kevin. Let's keep it country on the Country Music Time Machine.